All right, guys, so for my final video on linear equations, we're going to talk about multiplying polynomials. How do we do it? Okay, most polynomials come with coefficients, which are the big numbers, and exponents, which are those little tiny numbers up in the corner. So what you're going to do is you're going to multiply all your coefficients, and you're going to add all your exponents. Okay, this is really important. Treat your variables without an exponent as if they have an exponent of 1. All right? And make sure you don't lose your variables. So here we have 3x times 2x squared plus 5x. All right, now, just like I noted up here, we're going to treat variables without exponents as if they have an exponent of 1. So it might help you to write that in. So this exponent, this variable did not have an exponent, and neither does this one. Okay? So just so you see how the process works, multiply the coefficients, add the exponents. So we're going to use the distributive property here. We're going to multiply everything in parentheses by this number right here, our factor. Okay, so 3x to the first power times 2x squared is going to look, just so you see the math and like what's happening. So you're going to multiply your coefficients. So it would be 3 times 2, and then x 1 plus 2, all right, okay, plus kind of what you got going on here. Now, you don't have to write this out once you get the hang of it. I'm just showing you why it works. Plus, then we got 3x to the first plus, or times 5x to the first. So we would do 3 times 5, x to the first plus x to the first plus 1. Okay? So that's kind of what you're doing. All right, so 3 times 2 is 6. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 times 5 is 15. 1 plus 1 is 2. So that's what you get here. 6x cubed plus 15x squared. All right, we're just going to try these, and that's it. Now, I'm not going to write out all the same steps that I wrote out before. Just remember, we're multiplying our coefficients and adding our exponents. So 4x times 5x squared, 4 times 5 is 20. All right, x to the first, remember that that's a 1 right there. X to the first times x squared is going to be x to the third because you add 1 and 2. All right, here we have x to the third times 6x to the 6th power. So this does not have a coefficient. So actually, you could say that it has a coefficient of 1. So 1 times 6 is 6. All right, x to the third times x to the 6th would be x to the 9th because you add 3 and 9. Coming down here, 8x times 6x plus 6. So we would first multiply 8x times 6x, and we would get 48x squared. Then you would multiply 8x times 6, and you would get 48x. All right, over here we have 7n times 6n plus 3. So 7n times 6n would give you 42n squared. Don't forget that those n's have exponents of 1. And then 7n times 3 would just be 21n. All right, almost done. 3r times 7r minus 8. So 3r times 7r is 21r squared. 3r times negative 8 is 24r. All right, so 21r squared minus 24r. Finally, we have 8 times 8k minus 8. So 8 times 8k is just 64k. 8 times negative 8 is negative 64. All right, and that's all there is to that.